Are we there? Are we live? We good?
Yeah, we're live. Sorry, I was looking at
I'm
something.
like, what are you doing?
Did
You're asking me what I'm doing. I want to know what you're doing.
We're live. I just wasn't. I was stuck personally.
You're fine.
What should I title it?
Mariners, Blue Jays. Come hang.
Championship Series baseball.
Oh, I like this. My thing's not working now where it normally shrinks you into the corner. It's not even giving me that. So now I really can't see anything. Like,
Well, you
100%.
can't see me at all.
No.
So on the bottom, see where it says layout.
No.
See where it says share screen and stop and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just choose the layout you want. Like I just did there, just chose that.
Not what I mean. Like normally when I go to another screen, like you pop up in a smaller box.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can't help you there.
I don't need help.
I want to do this, but I want more. I want both of us to go out.
It just looks so stupid. This is the one to do. What do you mean? Not available while sharing media. Never mind.
Yeah, Andrew, Bryce absolutely threw the perfect pitch there, but that play by Cal Raleigh to get that ball before it went out, and I will say against Ernie Clement, who has just tagged every baseball thrown at him all series, all playoffs, is pretty crazy
I don't know. That ball was pretty tagged.
by the cap of his bat.
Oh, it's Gossman. Sinker splitter. Here we go.
It was such a good splitter.
Absolutely. He had him very far out in front.
Had him very far out in front. To be fair, Andrew, it is Shohei Bump Day. We hopped on intending to go live at like 5:15, 5:30 our time, Mountain Time today.
Oh, best
Thinking
hitter on the Mariners right
we were
now.
thinking we were going to be closer to like the back half of this game than the front half of this game, and closer to the start of the Dodgers game, but such is the pace that this game is moving right now. Yeah, I mean, it's almost guaranteed that Seattle scores this inning, right? After getting out of a bases loaded, nobody out situation.
Listen, let's just call it what it is. Naylor has seen the ball better than anybody on this roster for the last X amount of games. He's also, every time gotten a hit in this series, he gets 3 hits in that game. Luke's getting over there, though, to hold him to simply a single. Lucas, I apologize. To simply a single is huge.
Yes. I thought there was a half second where I thought it was getting caught in the air.
I knew it was down. The jump wasn't great, but it's also that slicing away from you from a lefty there.
Yeah.
Your favorite ball in left field.
The only ball I see well.
It's true. That's true. All right, well, I'm glad we have a good one. Excited to see what's kind of been getting down here.
I'm just glad that we don't have 2 potential clinchers today. Like I was going to be really upset if we had 2 potential clinchers and then finished with the championship series.
Oh, we can't do that, IKF. You know what? Super interesting, guys. Something, too, that I've noticed. Like, Naylor has gone hard into every base this postseason.
Yeah.
And nobody's upset about it, which is great, actually, I think, because
I think he's done it pretty respectfully.
Baseball. Yeah. And he went right into Ernie, his former teammate, last night. Man. Kids, that's what we call make sure you have the ball before you throw the ball by IKF.
There's a gold plate on that glove, too.
I know.
Oh! There he is.
I'm not surprised that we're seeing a ton of sliders. I am not surprised at all. 9%
Jackson,
usage across
John
the board.
Olerud was a good choice.
Mariner and a Blue Jay.
Yeah.
What a guy. I picked Matt Stairs because Matt Stairs is the greatest of all time.
I was literally just about to say, you picking a guy that played through 3 different decades of baseball. He played in the 90s, the 2000s, and in the 2010s. It tracks. It makes sense.
And he plays a position that doesn't exist anymore, the elite pinch hitter. Because when your pitcher comes to the plate and there's a righty on the hill, Matt Stairs is going to hit a bomb.
Do you know which one of these 2 teams he played for?
My guess would have been Toronto, but I'm sure I'm wrong.
He played for Mariners.
Toronto.
I thought he played for Mariners.
Doesn't look like I'm seeing him on the Mariners.
What's
any
the
point in
slider
time?
usage from Gossman today? I know I'm getting off track here, but I'm already just
Probably,
I'm pulling
probably
off.
just because the splitter usage isn't getting the
14%.
swing and miss that he wants. Is my
14.
guess.
I know, but I knew it was going to be a little further up. I really like attacking Suarez with the slider in this scenario to keep him off balance. Now you can't throw it there, but he did get away with it.
Well, he got him off balance on it though. He didn't throw it. He threw it in a count where he got Suarez a little bit off his timing.
Suarez will tell you 9 out of 10 times, maybe even 10 out of 10 times, he should have put that ball in the seats.
Well, he's already done it once tonight, so he was definitely feeling like he should have.
I know I'm looking ahead a little bit, but Bryce Miller in Game 7 in about the 8th inning is about to fire me up.
I love that. Are we so Jackson? I was asking Flax, and anybody can answer this. Are we going to see Woo tonight, or is that tomorrow? No, or well, that wouldn't be tomorrow. It'd be Sunday.
Sunday.
My thing is, I'm curious to see how they're going to use him because, like, they can't use him as a long reliever because their starters are deep almost every single game. Like, I have a feeling it could be tonight or
what
tomorrow.
I didn't understand yesterday. You pull Luis Castillo in a one-run game in the third inning. If you're going to go to anybody, go to another starter who can give you 5 innings after that. That would have been the time in my mind to go to Woo.
I don't really disagree.
That was
with
the
you.
piece I didn't understand yesterday. There goes Randy.
What? That was a great jump. No throw necessary. All
It's
right.
like they forgot about him.
Good baseball. I mean, that's what happens, right, with the pickoff rules, which I'm assuming are in place for the postseason, or am I wrong?
Yes, they are.
So, there you go. Great jump by Randy. No shot. Thanks, Schmaltz. I agree.
Honestly, a little weird that Juarez is getting a ton of sliders. He's actually done pretty decent against them this year. Just going to point that out.
How's he done against splitters? I think the pitch he hit out earlier was a sinker, right?
He's only got 70 of them and has a 40% whiff rate on him. So
Oh. It's not
he has
good.
a 42% whiff rate on sliders, but slugs almost 700 against him. Has a 375 WOBA.
His homer was on a first pitch four seam.
Hit it to the moon. I like the
I guess-
matchup. I mean, I think Gossman's stuff should play very well here against Seattle. So it's about mixing and
Also, just
sequencing.
for you guys, just knowledge wise, so you have in the back of your head.
Yeah.
I need one strikeout from Kevin Gossman, and I
Ooh.
need a hit recorded from Jorge Polanco. 10 to win 53. I already got a Nathan Lucas hit, and I already got Bryce Miller 3+ Ks.
Come on.
All right.
I also have
see
a
you.
Dalton Varsho home run, which would have been really nice to get last inning when it was bases loaded, but I didn't get it. I just felt like he was due.
I mean, I think he probably is due. Varsho's taken some great swings. You want to talk about a huge addition coming into the postseason for Toronto. I'm not going to act like we didn't know what Varsho could do from an overall standpoint, but he's come back and really looked like he needed no time to kind of get back to doing what he was doing early in the year. Definitely
His
looks
power's-
healthy. The
power's
defense
great.
is excellent. He's a guy who's always had pop, though, right? Again, you talk about a guy who can really get the bat head out to the baseball consistently at a high level. He can do it against the hard stuff at the highest level and tends to be somebody who does really stay through the baseball. He's not the type of guy who spins off on a regular basis. So I'm not super
Tell you what.
surprised.
He didn't get it from Gary. No shots at his dad. He's just like not a power hitter.
Did now the real question is, did Gary and Matt Stairs play together? Totally possible.
No. I do
I
not
hope
believe
you're-
so.
I hope you're wrong for having such a quick answer.
No, it wasn't that. It was just like considering Matt Stairs' timeline and knowing the teams that he played on. They didn't play on the same teams. Gary Varsho finished his career Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Philly. That was 93 to 95.
Matt Stairs played for like 25 teams. It feels
Matt Stairs
like so.
played from 92 to 95. He played for Montreal twice. Then there was the 94 season, and then 95 He played for Boston.
He did play. Stairs did play for Philly at one point, correct? It was just later.
Yeah,
in his
that was
career.
late in his career.
He played for Philly when he was 41 in 2009.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was late in his career.
Yeah.
I would say that's later.
He was almost
Yeah.
He was almost 2 decades off playing with Gary.
Listen,
Barjo.
let's not talk crap there. Max Scherzer looked like a 24-year-old yesterday.
I mean, listen, Joe Flacco and Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers,
Rodgers.
like young men. Did
The
you see Aaron
uncle.
Rodgers do that touchdown pass and then his lineman tackled him,
And then
celebrating, and he was
Yes.
just like, "Dude, you can't do that. You're gonna kill me."
Split. Go to the split. Oh, we're going fastball up.
Base
Don't
hits,
mind
man.
it, but I could have told you that would happen.
Listen, the batting average on balls in play in Game 1 was oddly low considering the expected batting average. Game 1 was the 12th. Found it. See if I can find these numbers for you.
I got it.
Expected batting average for the Blue Jays that game, scoring 1 run, was 241.
241. Yeah.
I'm trying to
Okay.
find some other numbers. I don't know why. I'm like,
They had
looking
10
into-
hard hit balls.
That's what I want to see. Box score. Haha. Yeah, a lot of hard hit balls against Bryce Miller in that game, but also not a lot of good results for the Blue Jays hitters in those 6 innings. I mean, we talked about the first 2 innings; they laced the ball over and over and over against him.
How do we feel about moving to the bullpen here?
Same way I felt about it yesterday with Luis Castillo. Still feels like an early yank, especially when you're still towards the bottom of the lineup. Like, let him get through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, right? IKF hit a double off him last time, but like,
56
If
pitches.
Brian Wu can go get you 2 or 3 right now, though, he's back for Game 7 too.
The
Well, if you
problem
wait-
is that the guy who's coming in is brash, right? I don't say it's a problem. Let me rephrase that. It's not Wu.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree with you.
that's right. But like, that would have been the move.
Well,
Matt
the
Brash
problem
has
with-
thrown. Has Matt Brash thrown in every single game? Am I crazy?
3 out of 4 now, or 3 out of 5 now.
I don't think he threw yesterday.
Either that or 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5.
He didn't throw in Game 2.
He threw in Game 4.
I know he threw yesterday. Yeah, he gave up a run yesterday.
Yeah, it's
No,
okay.
he
So this will be his third of the.
Sorry,
third game in
Jackson. He
5.
gave up somebody else's run yesterday.
Third game in 5. Yeah, he gave up somebody
Yeah,
else's run.
he cashed a run. All right, don't hate. He didn't give up his own run.
That drives me nuts.
He just increased his buddy's ERA, not his.
Yeah, I know all about that.
We had a-
Shut up.
We had a guy on our team who was second team all conference as a reliever. Would come in, cash everybody else's runs, and then shut everybody else down after that.
Don't
He
look,
had
at,
like a two-
don't look at his
he had
ability
like a
to hold. Don't look at his ability to hold guys, but look at his ability to shut down his own clean innings.
He would have like a 2-3 ERA, come in second, third, 1 out, give up a double, and then ground out a strikeout, get out of it.
Awesome.
I mean, it just feels like this is about that time that no matter what happens in this at bat for IKF, Jimenez is going to hit a ball into the right field seats, right?
He's been hot. I'm trying to stay up here with the move. I don't.
This is
The
interesting.
offer. He did.
This is an early bunt attempt in the 5th.
That is.
I think I love it.
I do too. I mean, it's because IKF's the kind of guy who should be able to get it down. Should be not a waste of an at bat,
Absolutely.
unless you waste the at bat.
Well, if you bunt it off your face like that, it's not going to go well. You got Jimenez on. Is Jimenez on deck?
Yes. Here's what
Yeah.
you can't do if you're IKF now that you've gone down 0-2 and 2 missed bunt attempts. You can't strike out on the next pitch. You have to work an at bat. You have to make Matt Brash work. You can't give him an easy entry into the.
You're
Into the
talking
game.
about a slider guy as well. So ball and play to the right side on the ground should have been the goal. Listen, ball and play is better than nothing.
It's one of the
clear,
worst
but-
at bats we could have seen from
I don't-
AKF.
I don't know if y'all follow Peter Appel on Twitter.
Yeah.
He had Brian Wu under 12.5 outs.
Looking really good right now.
Or Bryce Miller under 12.5 outs. My bad. I had Bryce
Oh.
Miller under 12.5 outs and cashed it right there with
Wow.
when Bryce Miller came out.
Wow.
That's huge.
You know, earlier in the year, I had a bet. I had a bet placed for, who was it? It was somebody on the Guardians to go. Basically, what the amount was like 5 2/3, and they were cruising through 5. Pitch count was pretty low. Got the first 2 outs in the first 2 outs of that inning. Oh my! Get to 5 2/3, and then all of a sudden, Stephen Vogt comes out of the dugout with no reason. Comes out of the dugout, pulls the man, moving right along, cash my bet. Unbelievable. I like anytime that throw is made, I almost live with the assumption it's going to get thrown away. I could not believe that he actually threw a catchable ball to Josh Naylor there.
It's a tough play off the mound.
No, it's not. Flip it under.
I'm kidding.
Use your body.
I'm allowed.
Every pitcher does the same thing. They pick the ball up, they get their feet stuck in the mud, and the rest of their body lunges
All right.
forward while they chuck it.
So this is the big matchup here. You've got Brash, who's a heavy slider guy. Springer against in 92 plate appearances, seeing 363 sliders, hit 294 and slugged 529 against sliders. His WOBA in the regular season against them was 386. And he hammered fastballs all year long, so you're not getting that past him. This could be that AB where you see Brash go to the tertiary pitches here. But we're going to start with the slider, so let's see what happens. I don't mind the slider up as long as it's up like that. And the reason why is because it almost plays off the visual as a cutter. Again, this is if you have enough confidence, you drop a changeup. Obviously, going back to what he throws 61% of the time. So we're not surprised to see another slider. This could also turn into what we expected Gabe Spire to do the other night, which is Brash does nothing but throw unhittable sliders and moves to whatever they think is the better matchup with the next guy at the plate. And nope.
That was a hittable slider.
Nathan,
I tried to tell everybody what he
That
slugs
was a
against
pretty
sliders.
hittable slider on a 2-0 pitch.
I tried to tell everybody what he slugs against sliders. I mean,
Also,
That's
interesting
did you see
decision.
they
Because you have-
flashed to Brian Wu in the bullpen.
no.
They flashed. I tweeted, pardon my French, but the Brian Wu bullpen blue balls is reaching an alarming level right now. I mean, this is third game in a row. Third game in a row, Brian Wu's been down in the bullpen, just watching the bullpen give up runs.
Nathan
are we doing?
Lukes on deck 2 has been bad against sliders this year, so very weird that Springer's getting pitches to hit.
Second
but
night in a
let's-
row, by the way. Second night in a row, you pitch to Springer with the base open.
It's not about pitching to him with the base open or not, right? It's about recognizing what you have from an opportunity standpoint behind him. I agree with you, Jackson, from an analytical perspective, especially when you look at the numbers. He should have thrown 4 sliders that were all a foot out of the zone. Springer should have walked to first, and they should have taken this at bat and gone after. Is it Lucas or Luke's?
Lucas.
Thank you.
I thought it was Luke's.
No, it's Lucas. But also, I wasn't saying put him on, but like
Oh, I'm just saying
Pitch
it's the
around
classic
him.
Pitch around him, right?
pitch around him, like nibbles him at. Like I'm okay with you going 2-0, but if you're gonna go 2-0, don't then dump a slider over the heart of the plate to a guy that
Listen,
sees
let's
spin.
let's not pretend like he was trying to dump it over the middle, right? Let me be clear too. I just think it's more of the fact that like you have to recognize that you can't get close.
Yeah, it's. But again, I said this
What's he
before.
angry about?
I said this before Matt Brash even came in. Why are you taking Bryce Miller out? Bryce Miller's given up a total of 1 run in 10 innings to this team on like 4 total hits.
I don't know that I'm upset with pulling Miller out in this scenario, and the reason why is more because of what we've had discussions before in the past. You've seen him within the last week. You're going to eventually hit him sooner than later. Brash is one of your best arms by far in the bullpen. For me, I think it goes back more to the matchup that you decide to take over anything else. Brash is a good enough pitcher where he understands in that scenario he can't throw that slider there. It backed up on him a little bit and or didn't get out as far as he thought it would. The problem is the damage is done in that scenario, right? So
Are you going backdoor or back foot slider here?
right here, I'm going a slider that's in the zone, no question. I mean that you can't do.
I would have thought back. I would have thought back foot just because of how bad Lucas's swings looked on the 2 strikes he got on him.
I love the thought process of back foot, but the one thing you can't do is what just happened. I would have rather Lucas hit a line drive single into right field than walk to first base in that scenario, right? So I'm willing to throw him the slider in the zone at that point because I know it's something he doesn't have a ton of success on. And worst comes to worst, the guy's got a 5-run value on fastball but doesn't necessarily hit sinkers well. Just blow a sinker down the middle and just see what happens because, again, now you've got the guy who's the hottest hitter on the planet at the plate with 2 guys on and could immediately bust this game open, and your 2-0 lead that already shrunk to a 2-2 tie is now in jeopardy of you going home.
Yard card, putting it out.
Yeah, I mean, I put your yard card on the table. Not a bad
considering he's already behind 2-0 on him.
Yeah.
And he's 2-0 on him because Vladdy's just waiting for the fastball. He's waiting for Matt Brash to say, "I don't have the feeling on the slider. Let me try and paint a fastball," and he leaves it too far over the plate.
And listen, it's not a great situation. Alejandro Kirk with the bases loaded is not much better of a prospect. What a great execution on
Alejandro Kirk with the bases loaded is tough because Alejandro Kirk is not going to strike out.
Correct. Ball's going to go and play, and you're going to have to make a play to end the inning.
If I'm Brian Wu, I'm calling the dugout and saying that I'm warming up.
That phone's got to be calling both directions. If I'm Brian Wu, there's a point at which I'm sitting there saying, "I'm ready." I don't know if you know.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think you both have too much of a thought process on how much of a say Brian Wu has in any of this.
He doesn't have any. I know he doesn't have any.
No, he doesn't have any. I'm saying he should grow a pair and get some say.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Not Max Scherzer, boys. That guy threw yesterday.
Hey,
Did you see when Scherzer was warming up the finger gun he gave?
Know when you're ready.
It was awesome. The finger gun he gave was amazing. That's classic. Okay, so it's Vladdy. You can't give in. I'm throwing the exact same pitch or I'm busting the sinker in on to off. And the level of execution that has to be had here, whether you're going on to off with the slider or on to off with the sinker in, is at the highest and utmost. And if he walks to first, you're going to have to live with it. But anything over the middle of the plate is a terrible idea.
That was disgusting.
Perfect. Well executed pitch. I mean, it had to be that. It had to be that for him to get him there because Vladdy was so conscientious of the 2 previous sliders. I like sequencing to that, and Brash's sinker has so much arm side run. Great pitch. Way to get out of the inning with a tie.
I am wondering if Brian Wu is not as healthy as we are led to believe.
That's my own, but why would he be in the bullpen?
But because if you're in a spot where you need a singular out from him, like I think if Vladdy walks there, there's a potential you see Brian Wu for an out against an Alejandro Kirk. But I'm now on the verge of wondering, damn, that was the first time Vladdy struck out swinging all postseason.
Pitch to do it on, man. That was gross. That was middle, and then it rode right in and under his hands.
Yeah, I mean that was disgusting.
That's the classic throw it down the middle and let the movement do the rest of the work. I mean,
which is 99% of Matt Brash's pitches, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. Matt Brash is the ultimate throw it down the middle and let the pitch work. Could not agree more. When you take a look at his baseball savant, his entire arsenal is horizontal run. There's no horizontal movement, not run, excuse me. And at the end of the day, throw it down the middle, let it move to where it's supposed to. You're going to get a lot of outs in that scenario, and you're not going to walk a ton of guys.
You know what I saw?
Everything looks like a strike.
Or not what I saw, but you know what I noticed? when the games were being played in Milwaukee, it's crazy. It's borderline criminal that we didn't get to see Blake Snell in Milwaukee with the Brewers camera angle. Like Fox
yeah,
Sports, Fox
agree.
Sports set themselves up purposefully, not directly behind the pitcher, because it made it harder for them to get as many of their sponsors in behind the plate. That's my guess. I can't think of another reason why they would look at it and be like, no, let's not take the better camera angle. Let's take the worst one that everybody has agreed is worse and off center. I saw that the other day and I was just like, it like tripped me up for a second. I was like, wait, are we actually doing this?
I saw something where the Brewers only have the Brewers have 3 guys with a positive WRC plus in the CS right now,
which is crazy. One of them, D3 baseball player,
legend,
Caleb Durbin.
Caleb Durbin.
He's the only one over 100.
I think he's like a 180 WRC plus. He's in like 3. He's like 3 for 9 with like, I think they're all 3 extra base hits.
I was all worried. Go ahead,
He's like
Jackson.
180. There's someone at like 95, and there's someone at like 7, and everybody else is in negative numbers.
-5 as a team. -5 as a team with the outlier of somebody being 1.
Throw it again.
Say throw it again.
Absolutely, throw it again.
Yeah, he
Throw
did.
it again.
I'm probably throwing it again if it's as dirty
Another
as you
one.
make it
Except
sound.
the next one needs to be below the zone.
Yeah, I mean, the next one needs to be in the dirt. I've got no reason to show him anything else. I'm going splitter again here, and then if that doesn't work, I'm going to go fastball above the zone, and then I'm going to just keep throwing splitters after that until he swings over one.
I didn't send this to you guys. I saw this guy tweeted today about Tarek Skubal and like a contract, like a worthwhile contract for him.
Tell me.
Just an absurd. This was the tweet. It says Skubal is 29 with an injury history.
I saw this.
If he stays healthy, a 4-year deal worth $160 million makes sense. But if Boris pushes for more, the Tigers need to trade him this winter.
So
Give him 8 years.
what?
He's about to win his 2nd straight Cy Young. You pay guys in this league for what they have accomplished. If you pay him for 8 and he gives you 4, who cares? Give him $30 a year for 8 years. Give him $240 million. If he wants $265, build it in with kickers.
Flax, the problem here is that the gap is bigger than the contract that you just recommended.
I understand, but the gap is probably only that size.
I know.
Because of the term length they're looking for. But if they can point it around Max Fried's contract and say you're basically going to get almost what was his 8 years, 165, 185?
Fried is 8 years, 210.
There it is, 208.
Sorry, 208.
No. I just
giving you a hard time.
I wanted to get the AAV correct. So it's 26,
Yep.
right? 26 a year. So say you could do 35 a year for 8
Oh my
years.
God, he's warming up.
Again, he's been warming up. This is like 3 innings in a row.
I saw someone say that no way Tarek Skubal wants $250 million, $75,000.
I saw that.
That's just rude. I love it. So realistically, what are you giving Skubal then, Flax? What's your realistic deal to Skubal?
8 years, 265.
What's the
10
what
for
does that put it at?
360.
265.
265. Jackson, you said 10, 360.
Year.
Yeah,
33 a year and change.
10 360.
So it's around the same as what I just said, right?
What? And I put out the
That's more
tweet
than I
on it.
said.
Yamamoto was 12,325. That's the largest pitching contract ever.
He'll get more than 325, I think.
No, I think he's going to have the highest. I mean, he's not going to sign anything that doesn't make him the highest paid pitcher of all time, is where I'm at this point.
Yeah, you went back.
I know
to
one
back
thing.
Cy Young, you deserve it.
Paul Skeens is watching very closely for the amount of money Turk Screwball is about to get paid.
Oh, 1,000%. I could see 10-360 doing it. It's for me. It's going to be more about. God, it's really about what Screwball cares about at the end of the day, and that's hard to say. We understand what that is.
Is it money
not-
per year? Is it years? Is it years on contract?
Well, he's a starting pitcher. Okay, so let's break it down back to the way I think any of us would evaluate it. This is the highest likelihood position to not be able to continue to play.
Man,
That's
J-Rod's
why-
not
long
seeing
term.
a lot of pitches tonight.
That's why, like, I
what you want
I
from your
wouldn't
leadoff
give
guy.
Screwball 10-360. I think he's gonna get 10-360. There's a fine line.
Oh, which I agree with, but what I'm getting at is if we're thinking about what Screwball probably cares about, it's probably locked up longevity and guaranteed money, right? So I think him being 250 away, first off, Flax is correct. That has a lot to do with the amount of years that Detroit is willing to commit to him. I think part of Detroit trying to commit a smaller contract from a year perspective is saying, hey, if you do great for those 4 years, you can go get another large contract somewhere else. Obviously, I don't know that that's a play that's going to work because it doesn't put his name.
No, it's Scott Boras. He wants length. That's the key.
But I don't care about Boris. I care about what Screwball thinks because Screwball's still going to direct Boris to then go get the contract, is my opinion of the situation. And if Boris doesn't go get the contract with Detroit, I think that's the difference. When you're a Boris client, what everybody has to remember is that if you're a Boris client, in some way, shape, or form, Scott has told you that the team you're on currently doesn't matter. I think that's the way I look at this statement of Tarek is telling Scott more than likely he'd be okay with this from a length perspective. He'd like to stay in Detroit. If you can make it happen, make it happen. This is my guess. And when he can't make it happen, they won't have to ask for a trade because Detroit will move him, as they should, because he's worth too much not to, right? We've seen the type of packages people were talking about for Skeens. None of those packages were anywhere close to what it would have cost. Screwball's really not any different in that fact of the matter of like what, for example, the Mets would have to give up to actually bring Screwball in with slight controllability, and then the ability for Cohen to say, ha! You're on our roster, and I'm not letting Scott out of this room until he signs the contract, is a big advantage for a guy like Cohen. Because Cohen doesn't care about the money. So my point is you have to look at this and
we're bordering on some
you can't imagine that man cares.
crazy roster size.
But you can't imagine that man cares because he doesn't. He'll pay the luxury tax until the luxury tax is so high that physically nobody believes it's that high.
Let me ask you this. Does the impending CBA give the Tigers any advantage for Screwball to get a deal done this year and try and get himself locked in with a large signing bonus before the potential of a lockout or a strike?
I'm going to choose to say no. And the reason why I'm going to choose to say no is because where you're right about Boris 100% is if he's going to have a client sign before free agency, you're giving his number, not whatever number they think. So the leverage point here becomes if you're not going to give this number, then you may as well be happy with the years you have him in controllability, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is he still 2 years of controllability or 1 full year of controllability?
One. This next year's his last year.
He did have a couple injury seasons for what it's worth, so trying to keep track of all of it is what it is. But I don't believe so because I think that Detroit would happily say, maybe not happily, but they would sit there and say, we'll take somebody's top 2 prospects, another top 5 prospect, and 2 other guys that we like in their org, and we'll do our best to work through what we have. People have to remember that Jackson Jobe, Reese Olson, both of them were hurt most of the year. I think there's a little bit more depth and latitude than people think, and Detroit proved in the offseason that they were willing to spend a little bit of money to go get some other veterans. Alex Cobb never pitched, but they were willing to spend the money to bring a guy like that in. I think that they'll have the thought process of if the bats that we have at the minor league level and guys like Max Clark and guys like Kevin McGonigal are going to come up and do what we think they're going to do, taking Scooball and turning him into Jonah Tong, Brandon Sproat, and 3 to 4 other guys is a much worth it thing for them. Using the Mets as an example.
My reaction on what the Tigers should do is different. I think when you have a guy like Scooball, it would fire me up for the Tigers to be like, he's leaving after next year, but we still have him for one more. Let's go win a World Series. I think that would be absolutely electric. It's not smart in the long term. I get it, but it would just fire me up if the Tigers went, spent a little bit of money, added some depth around them, and said, let's go win the thing.
This is why you're going to hang out in the spring training facility, Jackson.
Brian Woo's coming in.
I'm kidding. I love you. We played that. So my example in that scenario, but I understand your thought process. My example is always Bryce, right? There was multiple deals on the table where we could have moved Bryce knowing that the Lerners weren't going to pay the money to move him, and then you get nothing out of him. Now the flip side to this whole discussion is, guess what? We moved Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. Guess what? We've got one guy on our roster of a 5-man deal in that trade, right? So it's not like all of these work out. I think that for me, it's giving yourself the opportunity if you're Detroit. If you know you can't sign the guy, you got to move the guy and get as much as possible as you humanly much. Never mind. I just guess I'm done. But as much as is humanly possible for this guy. And I hate to say that because I've watched none of my superstars get to stay in DC. So like, I say this out of experience, understanding, and knowledge of like these things aren't always fun. Now, the Soto trade really did work out for us at the end of the day, and it looks like it's going to work out for us. So it does show the dichotomy of that.
Yeah, it's one of those scenarios like everybody talked about it with Vladdy this offseason, right? It's if you can't get the signing done, you got to spend the offseason trying to make it happen. If you can't make it happen, oh boy.
He's in.
Oh boy, that's a tough start for him. Hey! I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy that ball was even remotely close to coming in before Alejandro Kirk got to second base.
Dude.
Should have been a stand-up double.
The big boy hustling around. I love it.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling into second base.
You know, for what it's worth,
that is a smart hitter, though, right? Like
yes,
know,
that's exactly
you
what I
watch
was
this
gonna
guy
say.
in the bullpen
Yep.
for the last 7 innings of baseball that he's been out there. Between this game, last game, the game before, what do you think he's going to throw you first pitch? He's going to be over the plate with a fastball for a strike. You better be ready to hit it.
And we're talking about a guy who throws 47% fastballs, 36% fastballs to right-handed hitters, right? He hasn't pitched in how long? First thing he's doing, and Woo already throws like this to begin with, is he's establishing the zone with the fastball as soon as humanly possible. He goes back, though, on Varsho and executes a really nice inner-half fastball. So I don't mind it. I mean, he's going to really have to grind through this inning now, right? 1-1 game, top of the 6th, in a critical Game 5 of the CS. This is a big at-bat right here.
Yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see if he just keeps going fastball here on this next pitch.
Yeah, to lefties, he's 57% fastball. He
Very
does
heavy
throw
fastball.
3 other pitches over 10% of the time. I wouldn't be upset with it, man. That's kind of what I was hoping to see, which is just get it up a little bit more, right? Most people should know already that Woo has one of the best ride-run fastballs in all of baseball. It's one of the things that makes him so successful. He had a 30 run value on his fastball this year. It tells you really everything that you need to know. Go back to it. I like the pitch.
Watch this 0-2 fastball. Look how much this thing just rips out of the zone. That's crazy.
It's gross. So now let's flip this around here. This to me is where I might dump the slider at the feet and then go back to the fastball up. He's going to go back in with the fastball. I don't mind it.
You feel like he gets a little bit lower on the arm slot with the sinker?
Was that a sinker or did I miss that?
That was a sinker, yeah.
Maybe a little. Again, you've got to find a way to spin the ball slightly different, right? He went front door with it. I would
I
like to,
love the people behind the plate.
I would love to have seen him at some point in time show spin and then come back to the fastball.
That's a great take.
Definitely don't hate it, but now you're probably going to have to come into the zone. I'm going with the four seam here too. I'm not messing around with the sinker. I'm challenging him up.
It's really hard to do, and I don't blame Dalton Varsho because of where those pitches were all thrown. Like, you can see it on the chart here on Vizcast. Like, everything is up. But getting something on the ground to the right side there feels like it was a necessity.
Sure.
I guess Alejandro Kirk's on second base, so he's not scoring on a sac fly anyways.
I think part of that thought process, though, there, Flax, which is a good point, is probably why we didn't see that slider that I would have kind of liked to see to the back foot, because that's a very high likelihood probability if you don't get that slider busted into the feet enough.
Absolutely it is.
But agreed here. I think we're going to continue to see a steady dose of four-seam fastballs and sinkers. I hope Ernie Clement's hands are ready. Wouldn't mind, again, now he's just going to keep doing it. Yeah.
If there's a guy who's got the hands for it, Ernie Clement's shown that he's pretty good at getting his hands inside and just dumping the ball into left field.
I don't disagree. I think that's part of why I would have been consistently busting up and into the hands over a pitch down there. I think it's actually easier for him to get the barrel to what we just saw.
I don't think it was intentional.
It probably wasn't. I didn't see where Cal spotted up, for what it's worth.
I have seen Ernie Clement check, swing, and take like that at least 17 times.
Ooh, Jorge
Also,
doing
what
the
is
Shohei.
this?
Jorge doing the Shohei.
The
Wow,
cage cam.
that's what I'm talking about, man. You
Oh,
gotta
boy.
get it in on. Oh, he's going. The throw. Oh no!
I love forcing that issue right there.
Yeah,
I
too
love
soon.
forcing the issue.
Can we, Jackson? Could you find the last time that Alejandro Kirk scored from second on a hit on a
There's
single?
no way Jackson can find that.
There's
Jackson, can you
zero-
create an AI model real quick that searches through all game data for the last 7 years? I mean, man was chugging. He definitely got
So-
to third base, looked up, saw the third base coach, and had the feeling of like, are you serious?
for
Are you kidding me? I'm going?
for sake of
Dude, that swing by Addison Barger is insane. To be taking a swing like that at the big league level is absurd.
for sake of intention here and how we're deciding to pitch guys, Ernie Clement -4 run value on four seam fastballs this year. The only hard stuff that Ernie Clement was actually a positive run value hitter on this year were sinkers and cutters, and he hit sinkers the best. Again,
That was a four seam that he hit, though.
was it there? Because it didn't. Again, I'm trying to really decipher
But-
these because
but it
they're
was a
not
four
doing a
seam up
good
and
job
in.
of giving us the honest.
It was a four seam up and in, but I think all that's like larger statistical data goes out the window when you have a guy who's in the midst of hitting 425 over a 7-game stretch. Like, I think
From an
there's a level
analytical
at
and
which-
data perspective, that's the exact wrong way to look at things.
I
Now, I'm not
understand.
saying you're right. I'm just making the point that it's right. You have a larger data set. You have to play the larger data set.
This is where you and I
cannot
think
find it.
this was the biggest thing
Thank
I
you
could
for
never
trying,
like wrap my
Jackson.
head around with the book was the idea that like hitters being hot isn't a real thing. Like I don't know,
Hitters-
but if you've ever been in the box, you know that's not true.
But you have to understand what the book means by saying hitters can't be hot. You can absolutely go on a tear of 5 to 6 different hits, but that is still your average in what you've done over a larger data set, evening itself out. Shohei Ohtani is one for a million right now, but Shohei Ohtani will also then all of a sudden go a million for a million, and his numbers will even out to what you expect them to be, right? In a statistical analysis, the point is that you're never hot, but you're also never cold, right? It's just you hitting at the pace that you're going to hit at. So for me, when you have a larger data set, you can't sit here and do anything other than play against the numbers of the data set. And if you're not going to do that, then the goal is to keep people more off balance, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's the point. If you know he hits sinkers well, guess what? Every single fastball that Brian Wu throws is more of a two-seam or a sinker than any four-seam guy in the business. This is where you need to use his other stuff in order to keep a guy like Clement a little bit more off balance.
I would
guess
agree
that's
with
where
that.
I go with it.
It's funny to me that the idea of IKF being in the lineup was defensive,
And he has a double.
and he has a double and also bobbled a ball.
He's there for offense, baby. He's there for offense.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the Blue Jays. I did my personal Gold Glove finalist. Half of it was Blue Jays.
Really?
Listen,
Oh, I
I
did.
think I
You know what?
had-
I didn't get to look through it yet.
listen.
I'd Kirk catching as a finalist. Ty France as a finalist. Vlad was also almost a finalist.
People were
Jimenez was a
saying
finalist.
Ty France. They think Ty France has first base locked up.
I gave it to Carlos Santana.
He didn't do much else this year.
Nope.
Did Addison Barmer make it?
He did
Oh, you
not.
like that tweet yesterday?
I did.
That was
I like
me on.
too.
That was me on medication. That was.
And Ernie Clement for 2 positions.
That's what I heard.
He was there
I
for
heard-
third base and for util.
I heard that Ernie Clement might be the first player ever to win 2 Gold Gloves in one season.
Yeah.
Do you-
Nathan Lucas also in there.
Do you want to hear one of
Miles
the?
Straw in there.
I'm in a really, really tough situation here. I need both a Jorge Polanco hit and a Kevin Gossman strikeout. And I feel like if Kevin Gossman gives up a hit to Jorge Polanco, his day is going to
He's
be
out
done.
of the game.
So I need him to strike out Jorge Polanco, and then I need Jorge Polanco to get a hit later in the game against the.
No, I think they'll leave
Against
him in
Blue
to
Jays
face a
bullpen.
nailer. I think they would
That's
leave
the
him in to
guy I
face
think he
Naylor.
will not get to face if there's a guy on base.
I think he'll face Naylor, and they'll bring someone else to get. They'll bring in a slider heavy righty to get Rosarena and Suarez out.
I don't think we talk enough about how Rosarena swings its sliders down and away, almost to the same rate as Javi Baez does.
Rosarena is one of the most aggressive swingers in all of baseball.
I know.
I mean, he's got to have
So
one
is
of the
Javi.
highest. Well, I knew that one already. He's got to have one of the highest just general swing rates in all of baseball. Something we can look up. I don't know why I'm acting like I can. Give me one moment.
Shout out Ben Upton from 11.7 tweeted, took my 2 kids to the Coastal versus Citadel fall ball game tonight. Fun times. It's his son with Jack DeLongshaw.
Really? That's awesome. What up, boys? Hope everybody's having a good
so
night.
funny.
What in the hell? All right, let's see. Where's a Rosarena? Oh, a Rosarena's swing rate's not nearly as aggressive as me and you were making it out to be right now.
I wasn't saying in general. I was just saying low and away sliders.
Love spin, that guy. Who do you think had the highest swing percentage in all of baseball this year?
Wait, there was somebody who walked even less than Javi Baez did, I think. I know
That guy's
this.
not the guy who's leading.
The
Swing
highest
percentage.
swing rate.
Highest swing rate.
What's that based on? Like highest number of pitches swung at to pitches seen?
I believe it's how many pitches that you saw this year that you swung at.
Jacob Wilson.
No.
Who?
Pete Crow Armstrong, 60.1%.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. There you go.
60.1%.
Jackson would have gotten that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Jackson would have absolutely got that in a heartbeat.
Jackson probably would have already been looking at Savant and known it from past research days.
I'd have to agree with that. All right. We going split here again if you're Gossman? I mean, you got to, right?
He's ripping him off at Polanco right now.
Yeah. I wonder if Polanco's BP machine had splitters, because if it did, that's all he should have been hitting.
Well, he was hitting right-handed.
He wasn't he?
Yeah,
What in the world were we doing?
very confused.
That's a great pitch tunneling off of the previous splitter, right? Same movement
just
profile
gets on you
from
quick.
an overall perspective. Yeah.
It just,
Your-
you know what I mean?
your
You know,
brain-
like
your
it
brain's
gets on you
immediate thought
before you
process.
can make the decision. Especially when
Yeah.
you've seen 3 splitters in a row, it just gets on you before you can really make the decision to go.
But it comes out of the hand with a similar shape as well. So all of a sudden
Yeah.
the ball is just there. No, I like that. I don't think I'm going back to it. I think I'm going splitter below the zone here. We'll see what he does. Yeah.
It's crazy how bad of pitches that splitter looks if it doesn't get swung at. Like, it just looks like he dumped a pitch in the dirt. But if Polanco swings at it, you're like, wow, that was disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%. So there you go. You got Varland potentially ready for Naylor or the righties.
Right.
I don't know that I give in here. I think I throw another splitter.
Yeah, he did. All right, well, it's not my
It's a great pitch.
strikeout, but it's also not a base hit.
No, it's a really good pitch, though. I like throwing the splitter. This is the odd part, too, right? When we get to 2 strikes, guys, that's a space where a splitter slightly up is not the worst thing to throw, especially when you're a guy like Gossman who has the stuff that he does. Simply put, it's going to come out of the hand on a 3-2 count, and if you are looking fastball, you're going to always hit it off the end of the bat. You're not going to be able to stay back. He had already thrown the sinker a pitch before, so there was a really, really good understanding that it's something that could come out of his hand. I like the sequence there by Toronto. This is where you got to be careful. Naylor is going to try to put one in the seats for the first 2 strikes of this at bat, no question. Took a pretty good swing on that splitter, too.
What do you think the bench said to the the Blue Jays third base coach when he got back in the dugout?
That he was the greatest of all time.
Well, like I think there's definitely you definitely get a mix of some different reactions. Like Schneider's probably just like pats him on the butt and just said, "Hey, good call there," like good send.
Yeah, that's all Schneider's gonna give him.
But somebody else was in there just going like,
"Oh, well."
somebody else sitting there like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, brother.
It almost can't be your reaction when he gets there.
Dude, Andres Jimenez.
Chucking it in.
Keep that platinum on the glove, baby. See, like, that's the crazy part is not only has Andres Jimenez had an unbelievably good CS offensively, and I say unbelievably good even if the only 2 hits he has are home runs because they were so monumentous for this offense to just get going from the bottom of the order and then turned back over in these 2 games. But they upgraded themselves at shortstop defensively.
They did. Listen, I got to watch Andres when he was in Cleveland for quite a while. I mean,
And Ernie Clement's hitting the ball basically as if Bo Bichette was hitting the ball. So what's the difference?
Toronto has an extremely hard lineup to beat, and one of the things again that we've talked a lot about, it all does stem from the fact that it's a group that's extremely hard to strike out on a regular basis. Their ability to put the ball in play forces you to be a fundamentally good team on the other side, but their ability to put the ball in play is also going to force action, right? These guys are going up there making sure that you have to get them out every time in some way other than the form of the strikeout.
I mean, that's a horrendous walk.
Well, you can't do that on 4 pitches. Not a huge fan of it. Now the question is I know he's already hit one out, but did you like Eugenio better for some reason? I get that he's already homered, but none of those pitches seemed all that competitive.
I don't think he likes Eugenio better. I think he was trying to get ahead.
There it is, Flack. Sorry about it.
Yeah, I know. What's Eugenio's numbers on fastballs this year?
I think solid, if I remember correctly, but we'll pull them up for you.
I would love to know what they are on pitches 98 and higher, if we could find that.
I can tell you off rip against any and all fastballs this year. 250 batting average, 510 slug. He had a 360 WOBA. He did not hit any other type of pitch better this year. Surprise, surprise.
If there's anybody out there on the stream who is better with Savant than Ryan and I are and can tell us how Eugenio Suarez is hitting on fastballs 98 and above. I'd be very curious because chances are that's what he's about to see a lot of from Louis Varland. I don't know. There's got to be a way to create a custom leaderboard based on pitches. But boy, if I am not that guy.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Actually, I think I know how, if I'm not mistaken.
All that.
I also I
for you to know
tweeted
how.
earlier today because somebody John Heyman had tweeted out yesterday about Manny Ramirez getting the word out to all 30 teams to be a hitting hitting. He wants to bring his greatness to teach the young guys. And I said, not many people know that Manny is still in the cage, consistently trying to become a better hitter to this day. I truly believe he could give a team 20 to 25 bombs if given 500 plate appearances in a lineup. And somebody quote tweeted and said he'd immediately slot in the 3-hole for the Reds. And I said Tito would take him in a heartbeat at DH, and he said maybe Manny might hit too many rally killers.
That's funny.
All right, Eugenio Suarez. Pitch type. Oh, I got to get off of. Here's my problem. I'm in Safari. Baseball Savant doesn't work in Safari. Pitch velocity. 98. He saw 94 pitches in 21 plate appearances, 98 or above. He hit 167 with a 28.6% K rate, which means 6 strikeouts, 2 singles, 1 double, no triples, no home runs.
So you like the matchup if you're Toronto?
Well, especially if you're going to throw 92-mile-an-hour sliders, but you got to get ahead no matter what matchup you put together.
100%. Going down to 2-0 is not going to help anybody.
He can turn 100 into 96 if he knows it's coming.
Yeah. Now I don't mind the slider there. Varland's primary off-speed pitch is a curveball, not a slider. So I think you're trying to let them see something different. But again, if this is the matchup you wanted, you've just gone down 3-0. What are we talking about here, right? So, wow, Gossman just nice little spit rocket.
At this rate, JP Crawford's up next, who really doesn't hit well against velo. Just put him on.
Yeah, there's a level of non-competitiveness you may want to have with this pitch. That's a good spot, though, if you're going to do it. Nobody's swinging at that.
Pitch.
Yep. I don't know, man. It's tough at 3-1, right? Because you're not sneaking anything by him from a velo perspective more than likely at this point in this at-bat. You probably got to go spin again here, which they did.
Not a good
Where
one,
did that miss?
but I also don't know where it missed. That was wild.
What?
That's
a tough one. That's a tough one. All right. I mean, listen, I would agree with what you said, Flax. I am here to beat JP Crawford with fastballs. I may show him spin out of the zone just to adjust his eyes, but I'm fastball heavy here. My job is to put fastballs into the catcher's mitt directly by Crawford. We got to get ahead here, though, if you're Louis Varland. That's a great start, and that's exactly where that should have been. Come hit it, meat.
It's so funny.
Honestly, I'm doing it again, just a little higher up. That's getting cute. I hate that. That's getting cute. No other way to put it. That's getting cute. You should be up 0-2 right now on 2 fastballs, then you can get cute.
Yeah, we're just wasting time. We're wasting effort. I mean, at this point, put it over the heart of the plate. Make him do something with it.
Yeah, and now let's flip the script here. We're talking about the guy on the hill. It's a really good start to the at-bat for Crawford to not get overly aggressive. You saw what Varland just did in the previous guy. You knew it wasn't the plan to get down 2-0 quickly. Forcing him into the zone is exactly what you need to do. The moment I give him a compliment, that's what we do. So, moving right along.
And there you go. All right, good
Good
outing
job
from
by Varland to
Gossman.
get out of the inning. It worked out pretty well. Gossman with another really nice outing for Toronto.
Yeah, break it
He's
down.
truly done a
Five and
really
two
good job.
thirds, 3 hits, 1 run. The only run being the home run to Suarez. 4 Ks left me one shy of what I needed, but that's okay. A lot of hard hit balls, but really the only one that mattered. I mean, Cal hit a double. It was the hardest hit ball he's hit all postseason. Naylor hit a hard one to left field, and Suarez hit his home run. But for the most part, he kept the ball on the ground, which is what he does with sinkers and splitters. He uh, breaking down his stuff. Heavy on the splitter. Not a shock. It's what he's been doing all postseason. It's what he does all the time. But it also fits because he faces a ton of left-handed batters with this lineup. And to have a right-handed pitcher who can dominate left-handed hitters was a huge advantage. And I thought it was going to be a bigger advantage game one of the series, to be honest. But turned out to be the advantage they needed in game five.
One of the things that I really do like that they've done with Gossman, and yes, throughout the season, I want to say he was only was he just under 10% slider to begin with? I mean, it's not like he throws it boatload. He was at 9% this year on the slider. I think there's a really good understanding from Toronto that Gossman's slider is not bad. Metrically, it's not bad, right? It's a little bit more of depth, slight cut. But if you look at the results, it's a really inconsistent pitch for Gossman. What they've done such a good job of is that pitch is there for no other reason in the game plan other than to remind you he can throw a third pitch. And if it gets a swing and a miss, if it gets a soft ground ball, great, right? However, you know what two pitches he's throwing. So by the time the slider comes out, it generally does have people on the front foot. And if he throws it in the right place, it does get some swing and miss. I do like the way they utilize it, and I think they've done a good job so far with him, especially in this game.
So I wanna point to something real quick. So these are the spin rates for Kevin Gossman's splitter, right? Just so people know, right? Horizontal movement. It's moving side to side a ton the way he throws it. And the vertical break is disgusting. I just want everybody to see this. Roki Sasaki has not thrown a splitter this year in 208 pitches. That spun more than 1,000 RPM. It actually eclipsed at this splitter right here that he threw.
On 900 something?
That was like 900 something, and he basically just lost it out to the arm side.
Unreal. And his has been as low as what, 400? Would that be his low mark?
Yeah, low point was probably around that.
It's very impressive. I mean, listen, there's no question that the kid's got stuff. The question is how they continue to utilize him. Does his confidence continue to build? But Sasaki, what he is providing right now for the Dodgers out of the back end of the bullpen is magical in a sense, right? And I recognize that people look at what the Dodgers have and all the people that they have and all this different stuff. But let's stop to remember that the bullpen was a major question mark for them coming into the postseason. And Sasaki locking down high leverage innings for them, especially a guy who can go 1, 2, 3 high leverage innings, has been massive for their run. All right. We're back to Springer here. How about we don't throw him a slider? Get the fastballs up.
Pat Murphy bringing Pedro Martinez into the locker room before the start of Game 4.
Kevin Millar was the right answer. What are we doing?
Kevin Millar would have been the correct answer. I agree.
Just saying.
Don't let us win today.
Don't let us win today, because tomorrow we got Aaron Ashby. And for Game 6, we got Aaron Ashby. And for Game 7, it's anybody's game after Aaron Ashby.
Golly.
Woo's stuff looks okay. So I'm glad to see that. Oy. Well,
it looked okay.
I'm also saying more so from a standpoint of velo and movement, but didn't want to see that happen the moment I made that comment. I mean, that could not have hit him more square on the knee.
This is going to make Blue Jays fans hate Mariners fans. forever, for eternity. If this ends up being bad enough that George Springer can't keep playing.
Right, because if he comes off the roster, they don't have him next series, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you literally I mean you
no.
play the rest of the series down a man with the hope that he can go
Right,
next
absolutely.
series. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, that could not have been more clean.
This is what's so hard about these guys throwing 96, 97. Like taking a 97-mile-an-hour baseball to the kneecap can absolutely break your kneecap.
Yeah, it's a tough spot too, right? Because if that's 2 inches higher, it doesn't hit him at all.
Or it hits him in like the meat. It hits him in the thigh.
Yikes, dude.
Every time I see them in these baby blues, I just can't get over the fact that Brandon Belt didn't get another contract after that year with the Blue Jays.
Well, while we're sitting here for injury timeout, why don't you remind people what kind of year Brandon Belt had with the Blue Jays?
I'm bringing it up. I want to say he had like a 150 WRC plus or something that year. His final year came with Toronto. He played his entire career with San Francisco. And then finally played his last year in 2023 with Toronto. And he had an OPS plus of 135. He slugged 490, had an 858 OPS, batted 254. Now, mind you, he had 404 plate appearances. But he also hit 19 bombs and had 43 RBIs. He had 61 walks and 141 strikeouts. But for those who remember, back in 2011, the San Francisco Giants partook in a documentary, like a season-long docu-series. It was like the birth of Brian Wilson. Barry Zito was on that team. Tim Lincecum was on that team. Do you remember this
No.
documentary?
But now I need to watch it.
It's one of those documentaries that like didn't recap something. It was like it like followed the team. The Franchise. That's what it was called. It was called The Franchise. It was a 2-season show. And it literally like followed the Giants. And like it included the call up of Brandon Belt. It included like all these different things that were like seared into my brain. And in 2011, we were how old? It was what, like, you know, a sophomore in high school, right? So it was like prime baseball viewing years. And I just remember Brandon Belt's like the beginning of his career all the way to the end of his career. Every time I see a really good left-handed hitting first baseman that's just like oversized, I think if you turn into Brandon Belt, everyone will be happy.
I love
It's a
Brandon
fair
Belt.
statement.
Brandon Belt is a first ballot Hall of pretty good.
You need to be really aggressive here if you're Lucas. Really aggressive here. You're going to get a fastball in the zone. It's a good take. I thought it was going to be more over the heart of the plate. After that delay, a lot of times guys are going to come right back in.
If the Blue Jays win the ALCS, obviously Vlad will win no question. Vlad wins the ALCS MVP. But I mean, to me, it would be between Nathan Lucas and Ernie Clement coming in second place.
I think that's a fair statement. I think you could make an argument for Springer too, could you not?
Yeah, you could.
Ernie Clement's hitting 441.
Ernie Clement is hitting 441. Yeah, Nathan Lucas is hitting very high as well, though.
345.
Yeah, well, was. Not anymore. Well, prior to that at bat. While you were gone, we looked some things up ourselves on Baseball Savant. You would have been proud of us.
Oh, that's cute.
I was looking up Eugenio Suarez's numbers against fastballs 98 or higher. Let me tell you, they're not good.
I had a great time finding defensive video today for the Gold Glove Twitter post.
Yeah, what was the process there? Because as soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, you have to like kind of look for putouts against certain hitters.
I went to this Major League Search on Savant. You can filter the team in the field, so I'd have the team in the field. You can filter who got the fielding out. So I would
Right.
filter to that position. You can't do certain players, just a position. And then I would filter to
You could filter teams.
like opposing teams.
No, you could filter. You could filter the team that you're searching for and opposing teams.
No, yeah, I would search at the team I'm. So if I'm
Oh,
trying to get
okay, okay, yeah.
A Bobby Witt highlight, Royals out to the shortstop, and then I would filtered um, exit velos over 100 because typically that's going to lead to a better play, or exit velos under 60 for an infielder because that'll be a slow roller, or
Yeah.
outfielders like expected batting average over 500 that they catch. And I would just watch a couple highlights till I find something cool.
I would love to know if you have ever figured out how to find a video of a stolen base.
I have not because I tried to get a caught stealing video for Kirk, and
Yeah,
I got a video of him blocking with a runner on third base.
nice. I cannot for the life of me figure out how to find a video of somebody stealing a base, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah, because like there's just like plate appearance result on there. You can't like filter it by like a stolen base happened.
It's so frustrating because you can't even like look at. You have to know. You know what the only way you could probably do it is?
If you know the pitch it happened on.
You could probably search the pitch, but there are sometimes where you
Yeah.
won't even see, like you won't even get the full video. They'll just cut it.
No, yeah, like I've seen videos like when I'm doing the Scudder report of like them throwing out a runner. Like I've seen that, but I don't know how
Yeah.
to like search specifically for like a runner gets thrown out or a runner steals a base.
Yeah,
Like
no, you got to find it.
I'm sure it's
Through
easy
the
to find. Like
pitch.
the quickest way I would think would be like if you're trying to get Chandler Simpson stolen base, go to his game blog on Baseball Reference, find the game, and then load it up in Savant. But like I
Yeah, I
don't know,
think that's
there's
probably the right way to do it.
yeah.
Um, I saw this tweet from Nugget Chef. Um, Christian Yelich's last postseason RBI was almost 7 years ago.
Yeah,
In Game 7 of the 2018 NLCS against the Dodgers. He has gone 16 straight postseason games without an RBI.
I think the Brewers could be a sneaky Pete Alonso team this offseason.
Yeah, I don't think it's sneaky. I also think this Mariners team could be a sneaky Pete Alonso team this offseason.
I think the Mariners bring back Naylor.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's
think
probably a more
Suarez-
cost-effective option.
I think Suarez leaves and Naylor comes back.
I think that's realistic. Whoa, the Red
That's-
Sox are looking for an assistant hitting coach.
I saw that. I was going to send them my application.
They're looking for someone who's data-driven,
Yes.
can operate hitting tools such as blast motion, hit tracks, traject, and internal software.
Give me 10 minutes. I can figure it out.
You want to go teach hitting?
Hey, hit ball over that there wall.
It's, seeing that as the focal point for the type of person they want to hire for a hitting coach doesn't excite me, but, to every team their own wishes. I just don't see hitting as much of an analytical endeavor as most do. I see it more of an artistic endeavor.
My hitting
But-
coach is the same way.
It's again to each their own. Louis Varland's been pretty good this postseason. I just they really, really, really like him. They continue to go back to that well a lot.
I think it's because he's decent, and decent in that bullpen is good.
I'm just surprised they don't go more lefties because of how left-handed heavy this lineup can get. But I guess it's a lot of Leo Rivas is a switch hitter, Polanco's a switch hitter,
Mitch
Al's
Garver's
a switch
looming.
hitter. So I guess it really doesn't make a difference. It kind of flips itself around.
Mitch Garver is looming in the background, ready to get a pitch hit and triple.
That's
again.
exactly right. Oh my gosh. Wait till you see this. Are you watching the stream of this game?
No, I just am watching the live Savant. I'm on.
Oh my gosh.
Did someone hit a bomb?
Dominic Canzone. Did this thing hit the pole on the way down? Oh my gosh. Wow. That was crazy.
What did he do?
Oh man, Dominic Canzone just hit a ball down the left field line, and I thought that it was going to be foul immediately, and then it just hung up there, and I can't tell whether or not it hit the pole on the way down, but they're coming out. Field calls
Also,
confirmed foul ball.
Future 2026 first round pick Drew Burress hit a home run today in a scrimmage.
What was that? Did you say first round pick or did you say first overall pick?
First round pick.
First overall pick is what you meant.
No, my guy rocks number one.
Dude, Drew Burress is going to go off this year.
He's 13. He's 14 bombs away from breaking the Georgia Tech program record for home runs. He might get that by March 13th.
Can I say this? Credit to him for sticking around at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no way he hasn't been contacted or pushed financial offers elsewhere to play in the SEC.
100%.
Credit to whoever their coach is. Who runs that program?
Oh, he retired after last year. They got a new coach.
That's even crazier.
Well, he was
For what I was
certainly
about to say, that's
certainly
even
looking
crazy.
for a fastball there, huh?
Who is their head coach? James Ramsey. Credit to that whole staff for keeping him around. That's pretty impressive. Drew Burress hit another home run today, Ryan.
Ah, I love that guy.
These live streams, by the way, are going to be so sick when it's Hawaii baseball.
The boys.
The Hawaii baseball streams at 10 p.m. Mountain Time are going to hit so different.
I'll come in after we, sweep a series and hop on for a little bit.
That's exactly right. You'll come on for that Sunday night.
You'll come on to give us the ETSU Sluggers University update.
Do you think that Twitter would let us live stream an ESPN Plus stream?
No.
Never say never.
Jeez, Jackson, have some faith.
You know what?
I hope so.
You know what I bet we could do? I bet we could get Hawaii baseball or the media staff there to provide us a direct stream.
Could ask.
I love their radio. Their radio broadcast is
outstanding.
phenomenal. Yeah, it's one of the best in college baseball, if not the best in college baseball. It's what's the guy's name? It's Josh. What is his name?
Hey, Varland, it's Louis Rivas. Let's get in the zone here, please. Leo Rivas, not Louis. Leo Rivas. Louis Varland's on there.
Yeah, Josh Pacheco. That's who it is. Josh Pacheco does Hawaii radio. Shout out Josh Pacheco. His
Dog.
on Hawaii radio, he is phenomenal
Dog.
across all sports. Hawaii football, 1 win away from bowl eligibility. Don't look now.
Yeah, dude, with the Tokyo toe kicking for them. It's
Yeah, that's
awesome.
exactly
Are you
right.
kidding me?
Come on now.
They got a
We're,
lot.
we're
They have,
spreading the wealth amongst the
yeah, dude. There was
amongst.
their game this weekend is going to be streamed into Japan so people can watch them kick.
That's awesome.
I
That's
love it.
incredible.
They're going to be the new Dodgers of college football.
Of college baseball. It's Suki
That too.
Takimoto.
That too.
Takimoto's a stud. All right. So here's how you get back into this game if you're Seattle. J-Rod decides he's not going to swing at spin and actually hits a fastball at the top of the zone. That's how you get back in this game if you're Seattle here.
Also, any minute now we're going to get first pitch.
Yes,
Bad
we are.
news.
Los Angeles. I'll keep an eye on what's going on over there while we have this game up, man.
Appreciate it. I like it.
Cardinals legend Jose Quintana is going against Shohei Ohtani.
It's gonna be a fun matchup. I'm curious to see. I'm sure Otani's gonna have the type of leash he had last start, so he expects to go 5 to 6 at least.
Who did we trade for Jose Quintana? I have to know now.
I don't know if you guys know this, and I'm upset that my word didn't spread far enough to get him even a nomination as a finalist for the award. Florida Gulf Coast University player Evan Dempsey actually won the John Olerud two-way award this year, even though I wanted it to go to Itsuki Takimoto.
I did not know that, but yeah,
Yeah.
Takimoto would have been a great choice.
I think it would have been the right choice.
I mean,
what a trade that was. Holy crap.
Well,
I just, guys, as we watch some of these at bats and we watch the way hitters are being attacked, I just, there has to be an understanding of how the opponent is going to attack you. And it's really difficult for me to watch a guy like Julio, who is as good as he is and as free of a swinger, which I appreciate his aggressiveness, swing at nothing but spin. And only 1 or 2 of those total pitches were actually in the zone. None of them were in great places for him to drive. That's
right. You could have
really
earned
tough
the
game.
fastball. You could have
100%.
earned yourself a fastball to hit in that at bat.
But if you don't earn yourself a fastball,
in the dirt.
if you don't earn a fastball and you find yourself on first because you walked, it's a double because you're J-Rod. In a situation like this, it's a double because you're J-Rod. So really interesting. Jackson can talk a little bit more about this too, which I find very interesting and fascinating for those of you who don't know. Like swing rates and how often you swing is a very big discussion within baseball right now, especially as people are looking to bring guys on. And a lot of times, and Jackson, I'm going to let you dive into this a little bit more. We're looking at guys who the swing rate is on balls in the middle of the zone, but the overall swing rate of the players are not very high. Right, and that's simply because they're forcing pitchers to get into the zone and then not missing their pitches. But Jackson, I do want you to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I know it's one thing when we're scouting opposing teams here. That's like a top 3 to 5 stat we look at: swing rate, first pitch swing rate. I mean, that can completely determine how you pitch to a guy. And like for our own guys, being able to have the balance of, we had some guys who weren't swinging enough last year, who we thought could attack more pitches, and we have some guys who are maybe swinging a little bit too much. Like it just being able to find that fine balance and knowing how to swing. I think me and Flax were talking about it while Ryan went off a little bit about how the analytical impact for hitting. I think the biggest impact it does have is swing decisions, how to talk about those with hitters.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, swing rate I think is one of the biggest things that I know we look at in hitters a lot, and that I know other analytics departments do as well.
It's a lot of how you build a plan as a hitter, right? Like, how do you build a plan in the off season when you want to get working? And Brent Rooker is like, he's very open and talks a lot about this and does a really good job of. And again, like you guys know me, I've never been a massive fan of groups that focus very analytically on hitting that have been successful from a pitching standpoint. I tend to think that hitting's more of an art, but not knowing how you need to train or not knowing how a team is approaching you because you don't take the time to understand the analytical impact of your decisions in the box as a hitter, you have tendencies. You can change tendencies, but for the most part, you have tendencies as a hitter. You have a swing type, you have a style that works and doesn't work against certain swing types. So understanding those and making decisions as a hitter in the box based on what you learn about yourself can be the most important thing you do. That's where data can be really important. It doesn't need to drive every decision you make, but Johnny Gomes used to talk about it all the time. Like, as a hitter, what do I want to know? I want to know what he uses with 2 strikes. I want to know what he throws in 2 strike counts. I want to know what he throws 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2. Because that's where he's most comfortable. It's where I'm the least comfortable. So I want to get as much information as I can when I'm in the worst possible situation I could possibly be in. And I think that's the first level, I think, as a hitter of getting to a higher level of consistency.
And I think
All of these guys do that.
I think a super important thing to understand too, to help push through Flax's point as well, is when the initial statement of not loving how a pitching analytics group is going to take that to hitting tends to be the fact that right now we're in a space where trying to change how you swing is where the analytics are getting moved, trying to change body movements, trying to change where you are in the box if that's not a consistent thing that you leverage. Whereas using the analytics to understand how you're being attacked, using the analytics to understand how and why people would attack you one certain way because of your own tendencies, those are 2 different spaces. And I think that secondary space that we're talking about is a tool, right? That entire at bat that we just watched while we're having this conversation at Dalton Varsho, as much as I personally think Gabe Spire should probably throw 75% sliders, there's a real good understanding at this point throughout this series that they know Gabe Spire is going to attack them, spin, 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 spin. So this is a scenario where the only way to get a guy like Varsho off balance is to be hard away with fastballs and sinkers in order to give you a perception out of the hand that the ball is going to be spun when it is not. And oh my goodness, Randy Arozarena keeps the ball in the yard.
Dude, Ernie Clement is just absolutely seeing the baseball. And it's such a shame that the one at bat that he had where he didn't see it well was when he had bases loaded.
No. Nice play by Arozarena there.
There's a legit shot that bounces off the top of that wall, because that's got to be the widest top of the wall in baseball.
I think it's going to hit the top. I think it's going to bounce back in. Not that it matters, to be honest with you, but I mean, what a good swing.
That is the widest top of a wall in baseball. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I mean, that's crazy. I learned the other day.
Eat your lunch.
We talked about this. I learned the other day at the beginning of the season. Really, there is no standard length of warning track from grass to wall.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I would agree. What you got, Jackson?
Just to check in, Otani's thrown 100.
Yeah, Ohtani emptying the tank in the first inning. Shocker.
Yeah, he's thrown 100. He's thrown his cutter 95, just to slow it down a little bit, give the hitters a chance. Yeah, he's having fun. Strike out to walk, first 2 batters.
Yeah.
Good inning by Spire there.
You know how I feel. Ohtani could get away with throwing his fastball 96 in the first inning and letting himself build up and throw 6 innings tonight, but he'll go 4 2/3, blowing 100 by guys through that time. It's the way it goes. It's the way we pitch nowadays.
I think there's some art coming back, Flax. I think there's some art coming back. It's going to take some time.
Maybe.
Paul Skeens is art. He just happens to throw 100.
Paul Skeens is more artistic with his work. I will give him that.
Also, this game is hustling by.
Yeah, well, when you just keep throwing fastballs, sure.
Yeah. I'm just pointing out this game's flying a little bit.
Ohtani doesn't spend much time on the mound. That I appreciate about him. Like, he gets the ball back.
I was talking about this game. I was talking about
this game?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
I feel like the past couple innings are hustling by.
I mean, a lot of first pitch swings. That last inning was quick. What do you think current game time is?
I mean, what is it, 2:30?
Do we have a number
2:40?
No, but we're already at about 2:45. Game started at 4:08, right?
I keep
Sounds
forgetting
right.
it's 4. I keep forgetting it's
2:40?
4 o'clock for. I keep forgetting it's 6 o'clock for y'all right now.
Yeah, it is 6 o'clock for us.
Yeah, man.
Got the whole
How's
night
the
in front of
future?
in front of ourselves.
It's dark out. It is pitch black outside here, right?
It's also dark
Do
here.
the Mariners win this game?
Stupid.
All right, so are we sticking with Varlin on the hill? Or are they moving arms here?
I think Varlin might stick out there. I have to imagine Jeff Hoffman's feeling a little nervous right now.
I'm excited to see what happens there, though. Listen, I'm. Let's get Hoffman out there in a high leverage situation. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got. Is that it's not Luke Little. I always think it's Luke Little, but it's
Brendan.
Brendan Little. Thank you.
Brendan.
Luke Little is with the Chi-Town Cubs, I think, right now. This will be fun.
A Mitch Garver pitching home run here could jumpstart my career.
Listen, a pinch hit Mitch Garver home run is not necessarily out of the equation here, Jackson. It could absolutely happen.
It would be exactly what Jackson said was going to happen on the.
It would be what the doctor ordered.
Speaking
I
of,
said it would jumpstart my career.
Speaking of the devil, if you haven't yet, go ahead and check out our podcast on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. For those of us, or for those of you that are watching us and following us, thank you, and we appreciate you. Now back to
Regularly
Jackson
scheduled
calling.
programming.
the only thing I'll say is that, like, who do you want Mitch Garver to pinch hit here for?
Yeah, he's not pitch hitting right now.
He'll
He's
pinch
not
it when
pitching.
probably Dominic Canzone comes back.
Canzone's the only guy.
Oh, dumper! Dumper! Oh!
From the right side, dude. He totally transformed his game from the right side of the plate.
Dumper!
Are we about to go to extra innings again?
God damn it.
I've got 9 in me tonight, boys. That's it. And I'm talking about the 9 on the screen, not how many we've been here for. Look at Cal, man. Listen, this is what you have to do, though, right? We talked about the fact that the biggest question mark here was always going to be the offense for Seattle. It has disappeared since we got to Seattle. I mean, you have a guy who is a potential and will be a large MVP vote getter. This is the type of moment you needed him there for. Listen, that sinker ended up being middle, and Cal Raleigh didn't miss it. We talk about capitalizing and taking advantage of pitches that are left over the middle of the plate, and he hit an absolute skyrocket.
Yeah, it was a moot
Backspun.
ball.
You can literally see Flax on the screen, the backspin working on that
I know.
hump.
Also, Otani first inning went walk, strikeout. Threw 2 balls to the last 3 hitters and struck them out. So yeah, that's fun. And now he's hitting.
And now he's hitting. And now he's up. Just in case anybody was curious.
I saw a video today of Yamamoto hitting back.
Oh, we got to catch that, guys. Sorry, go ahead.
You're ahead of us.
No. Oh, am I? How am I ahead of you?
What are you talking about?
We got to catch that, guys, was the 2 guys in the stands who did not catch the home run ball.
Oh. I was like, what?
Oh.
No, I was going to say that I saw a video of Yamamoto hitting on Instagram today. And someone commented and said, you've been telling me this whole time we haven't been letting this dog eat a full meal. And I still think I've been thinking about that comment all day, because I think that's one of the funniest things, one of the funniest comments you could have made in that scenario.
This is by the way, this is the moment for Seattle right here, guys. Middle of the lineup, Raleigh puts you at a tie ball game.
Oh!
You get
Shoei almost just hit a ball out of the stadium.
I was like, what just happened? You're in front of me.
117 exit velo.
Oh my
17?
God. On a 79 mile an hour
116.5.
pitch. He didn't even get help from the pitch.
446 feet.
Oh my God.
Welcome.
Showtime. You're an analytics guy, Jackson. You know that's not real.
Oh my
This
God.
is. Listen, sorry. I know we're gonna have to find a way to maybe show the Shohei home run here. I want to go back to what's going on in the Seattle game real quick. The other big piece about Cal doing this to lead off the inning is Little now has to go through the entirety of the middle of their order with much less confidence in all of his stuff. He has not been nearly as sharp. Jorge
This is the Brendan
Polanco
Little that they
holding
got
up.
the last month and a half of the season, by the way.
Huge. Yep. Oh yeah.
This is what he's been.
The bullpen phone was already ringing, and there you go. Randy's potential robbed home run, even bigger.
Damn. Aaron Judge must be sitting at home just like, man, I also want to hit home runs right now. That's sad. Shohei hits one. Cal hits one.
Wow.
And Aaron Judge is sitting on his couch.
Good take, Josh.
Did you see
All
Aaron
right.
Judge was at the Rangers game the other night?
The hockey game?
Yeah.
Nice.
No. He was in Texas.
Well, you said it. I asked the question and said to myself, Texas isn't playing. Good cut, man.
I mean, even if you're the Brewers and you're like in a dogfight right now, you see that ball get hit and you do have a moment where you're just like, oh my God, that was crazy.
I don't know that it matters who you are when you see Ohtani hit balls like that.
Oh, and then the Mookie got a hit and Will Smith got a hit. So Quintana's faced 3 guys and given up 3 hits.
Yeah, no, he is in the zone. Maybe too much.
He is. I like the way you put that. He is in the zone.
He's pounding that thing.
Yep. This is so Flax. Let's flip you back to the Mariners game here. 3-1. Nailers up. You see that Little is having a ton of command issues. No outs. Runner on first. Big spot. Is this an automatic take for you?
Yeah, 100%. I'm a good enough hitter with 2 strikes. I'm gonna force him in the zone. It's not an auto take. It's a Pop-Tart box.
Okay,
Like it's
that's-
got to
no,
be
I like
right
that.
where I want it to be.
Sure. Pop-Tart
Is it-
box. I'm a shoebox guy. I agree with you. It's one of those types of situations. Yeah.
Shoebox is a big box.
Hey, brother. I don't need it to be that small. You know
Yeah.
what I like to do on 3-0.
I know.
With 3-0 Looney.
Oh my goodness.
That's why it's a take. That's why I was thinking it might be an auto take there. It's a good
Yeah,
pitch.
you know,
but I
it's
think it was
funny
a
going
ball.
Little here, considering it's the 8th. Like, I get where we're at in the lineup, but like, Dominguez is available.
Dominguez is up right now as well.
Okay, that makes more sense. That's good. Get him into a tough situation. He'll be better.
I mean,
Don't give Sir Anthony an easy situation.
Now here, let's give some credit here to Schneider though. I think that you really wanted him for the lefties. He didn't do his job against Cal. He didn't do his job against the lefties. But Schneider, knowing that the moment he hit 3 batters, the night was over, is absolutely in every situation the right call here, right?
Yeah.
Because the lack of ability to stay in the zone, you can't continue. This dude's got a shoe on his head with the shoe rally cap. I love it.
Switch back to college baseball real quick. Miles Bailey from Florida State. He's going to be a
That's-
sophomore this year.
He's huge. The big
Yeah,
lefty.
pulverizes the baseball.
Yeah,
He hit a bomb
yeah,
today,
absolutely.
too, in their fall game.
Absolutely. Dude, it's beautiful swing, by the way. You want to talk about a large human being who is the definition, though, of short to long through? It's a beautiful cut.
Oh, yeah.
That's the type of guy that you're going to see a year from now, a year from now, we're going to really be starting to talk about. how high up he might go in a draft, because the upside and ceiling for a guy with that type of bat to ball skills, that type of swing at that size is excellent.
By the way, here's the Ohtani home run.
Can we show the people the Ohtani nuke?
He did in fact not miss it.
He did. Thank you, Jackson. He did in fact not miss it. Oh my lord.
Shout out Cutter is King for the video.
He doesn't need our help.
He doesn't need our help.
He's okay.
He's okay.
It's on the screen. I just want to watch that again. I mean, that ball was pulverized.
You know, again, you already said it though. The most impressive situation or piece of that whole thing is there was no help.
No, 79 mile an hour
It
pitch.
was a breaking ball. I mean, he just made mincemeat.
I mean,
He
that
just made mincemeat.
that is hang 'em and bang 'em if there's ever been.
Wow, what a swing! What a swing. Okay,
How cool.
let's go back to situational baseball here, ladies and gentlemen. Eugenio Suarez is up. You are in the bottom of the 8th. You have 2 men on, nobody out. Flax, what should we
No,
be doing
Randy's
in this
up.
situation?
Randy's
100%
up.
of the time. Sorry, Randy's up. What should
But
we
either
be
way,
doing 100% of the time?
Bunting.
Going gap to gap, driving the
Go
run.
get the gap. Jackson.
But to be fair, he's already behind 2-0. But to be fair, he's already behind 2-0.
Oh, you're in front of me. I see 1-0, so if he's behind 2-0, you're going to think differently. I'm with it.
Swing as hard as you can.
I'd say a slash play would be great here, but the last time we saw a slash play in the major leagues was never.
That 2-0 swing that you see from a Rosarena is exactly what you expect to see from a Rosarena.
All right, I'm excited to see it here once the pitch gets thrown on my screen.
Also, I'm going to officially announce the Dodgers will be playing in the World Series.
I mean, yeah, this is. Oh my God.
What's the
How do
score?
you get in the zone, dude?
I like that swing from Randy on 2-0 on a fastball.
Yeah, no. I like. The swing
Oh,
from Randy.
okay. You did like the swing. Okay, sorry. No, I have to say that's when you let it. That's when you go gap to gap, like Jackson said. Is this going to be a ball Flax? Is that my understanding? Oh
Worse.
my God, he hit a Rosarena. Sorry, the world gets my reactions late because apparently my Wi-Fi sucks.
It is crazy how behind you always are.
At least you get to hear me call things right from a pitch sequencing perspective because of it.
Yeah, it's true.
3-0 Dodgers.
Yeah, that game's getting out of hand quick.
That open home run, single, strikeout, single, ground outs are real.
I can't wait to see the tweet from somebody that says Dodgers first inning, and it just lists out all the things they did.
All right, you're just sitting fastball here against Dominguez. Otherwise, just spit on it. I mean, what are we even doing? It's a good take.
Four balls in play with an expected batting average over 400 in the first inning for the Dodgers.
Yeesh.
I still can't fathom the ball that he hit.
And Jose Quintana gets out of the first inning.
Barely. Dude, Sal Frelick almost missed that ball. You throwing it out here for Suarez?
I am.
No, that was
So
me.
it's-
Hats off to Quintana.
Oh.
Suarez on the 1-2 pitch, swinging, makes me want to puke.
You got to
take.
find a way to either get a strikeout, a pop-up, or a ball back to the pitcher here.
It's got to be 3-1 here. Like, what? You're going to hammer Dominguez's fastball if you're going to do anything, if you're Suarez in this scenario. So just like, even swinging at the spin earlier in the count. Again, this is what we talked about earlier. You can earn a fastball by not swinging. You can earn a fastball by not swinging.
Wow.
Let's see what he does, since you already know.
Wow. I cannot believe how behind us you are. Speak.
He got the fastball! What a swing. What a swing. He got the fastball. You got to earn it, man. That's part of this game sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Dominguez did that to himself.
That's my point. But everything that's happened this inning, outside of Raleigh doing what he does, right, truly was self-inflicted wounds. Truly was self-inflicted wounds. Wow. What a good swing. You know, one of the things that they've talked a lot about throughout this Major League postseason too has been guys really doing their best when they're in their workouts and anything they're doing pre-game to stay on and through the baseball, not allow themselves to spin off. It can't be overstated how important that is in the game nowadays, especially because of how good spin is at this point, right? It is really hard to leak out with your front hip and then have the ability to still keep a barrel far enough into the zone and make any type of line drive contact. I think about that line drive ass out single that Nick Castellanos had in the Phillies-Dodgers series. Those were ironically way more prevalent years ago.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't do that anymore in baseball. And it's why you're seeing guys stay so on balls, and you are seeing the inner half fastball still be as effective as it's ever been. I mean, again, that's why I don't love backdoor sinkers. All that did was fly over to the middle of the plate, and he put a barrel on it. But great swing by Suarez. I mean, this is a huge game for Seattle. They needed to take one of these at home. No questions asked. Cool. Was Dominguez not a... He was a low leverage merchant this year. Am I crazy? Soto was the high leverage merchant of the guys you moved.
Yeah, but he wasn't I don't believe he was any better in low leverage than high leverage. I think he was fine in high leverage. I'll tell you.
I'm checking right now. I got it. You're good. Keep doing whatever you're doing.
No, he was better. He was best in high leverage by a lot.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
So then it must be the opposite of the two guys I'm talking about. Yeah, absolutely. He was extremely good in high leverage this year. Tough spot to be put in regardless.
Who do you think Mariners go to close this John out? Do they just say Munoz get us at home?
He's got a day off tomorrow. I think you give
I would go to
potentially-
Munoz and just say get us out of here.
I don't think it's a question for me going to Munoz because when you look at winning a series, Seattle has to come out of this game with a win.
Hold on.
If,
You're up
if
four.
this was
You're
game
up-
6, maybe not, but
Hold on.
I don't care.
You're up 4 right now. Spire goes. He's only thrown 9 pitches. Spire throws until he doesn't, which means until he gets into a situation, and then the expectation is Munoz can get 4 or 5 outs if needed.
You know what helps the case for Spire 2 here regardless?
He's facing 8-9.
He's facing 8, 9, and 10. And I don't mean that disrespectfully.
Yes, he is. He's facing 8-9.
I don't mean that
and 10.
disrespectfully.
You're 100% right.
Springer's hurt. And, by the way, that guy who sadly I'm calling 10 right now, Joey Loperfido, is also a good matchup for your lefty Spire, right? You really like the matchup you have against 2 of these guys. You have the ability to get out of here with 3 lefties all together, even if IKF gets on before you ever see Guerrero again. No, I see where you're coming from. 9 pitches if Spire feels good. Oh, look! Mr. Munoz is coming into the game.
I just think it's a waste to ask him to get 6 outs, but that's
It's
fine.
not 6 outs. Not 6 outs. It's 3 outs.
Oh, it's top of the 9th?
Yeah, it's 3 outs. We're
Oh,
going-
sorry. I thought it was top of the
they're-
8th.
No, you're good. They're trying to. Munoz is taking them home here.
Oh.
If
I thought it
possibly
was top
can,
of the
please
8th.
take-
Disregard everything I said. I'm an idiot.
take him.
We were a little confused too.
No, I'm in the
I mean,
middle of doing something else. That's why.
The Spire
No.
argument made sense once we talked about who they were facing for what it's worth,
What-
but I
what
just you
hit-
have to win this game.
Let Munoz close out, then wrap him in bubble wrap, ship him to Toronto, and go to the World Series.
That's it. That's it. you ever see those videos of the kids that they just take every pillow in the house and they just duct tape all the pillows to them? That's what they're gonna do to Munoz on this plane.
They're gonna bubble wrap him.
Also, just going to point out, because I think we're all kind of in the boat, Seattle's probably going to finish this out. If we get to a Game 7, Bryce Miller, Brian Wu, both going to be fully ready to go.
Isn't there? And then, I mean, who do they throw? Who do you start next game? Is it Luis?
Yeah.
Luis and Logan, both available? No, just
Yeah.
Luis.
Just Louise.
Just Luis. I love
Kirby's going tomorrow. Kirby's going 6, right?
Versus
Is Kirby
Savage.
is Kirby slotted to go 6 versus Savage? I don't know who they've slotted, so I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah,
Game-
Savage has already been. I believe was already named.
They named you Savage, but did they name Kirby? I guess is where I was. Sorry,
I
that's
don't
where I
know.
was getting.
I'm guessing because Kirby started Game 2, right?
If I'm being
believe
totally
so.
honest,
Yes.
with only 1.2 innings in the back pocket, Luis Castillo is running out there for me and being Luis Castillo. They're not doing that
So
to him.
by the
2 times
way-
in a row.
By the way, I don't know if you
Logan
guys
Gilbert,
saw this
yeah.
when he took Luis Castillo out the other night. They had a nice conversation on the mound, and I do think that was a part of the conversation.
I hope it was because
I think he was saying like you're going to throw again this series.
I hope because I don't think they're going to do that 2 times in a row to Luis Castillo. And Luis Castillo has been a big game pitcher his
Nor
entire.
should they. He's been one of the best postseason pitchers since he's had the opportunity.
Yeah, no, I'd be really excited to get to see him throw again. That would definitely make my day. All right, so let's flip to Munoz here. How about we?
He sounds.
Of course he did. Let's not have Munoz go do the exact same thing we just watched Brendan Little do.
Did IKF just swing at the first pitch? Oh, third pitch he saw.
Third pitch of the at bat. There it is.
I was
There's
going to
one.
say, oh my God. Let's build an at bat here, huh?
Well, you need to too, though, right? Even if you lose this game right now, if you're Toronto, having long ABs and taking up more of Munoz's pitches is not something that's a negative, right? Like you've got to take the small little wins here to win the war if you're Toronto, and running up his pitch count in any way, shape, or form does help you potentially win the war later in the series at home.
No, I agree with you there. You're not wrong. But I think there's a level at which everyone's in that dugout until you get to a situation like, oh, we got a couple of guys on. I do think there's a level at which everybody's head is on of like, okay, we took 2 in Seattle. We get to go
Yeah.
back home and play 2 at home.
Oh, I'm simply making the point too.
You know-
Though, on the flip side, if you're Munoz, you're doing what we always talk about when you have a huge lead. Everything's in the zone or on the zone. Like I'm not.
Don't give
there
away free bases.
I'm not throwing extra pitches,
No.
right? If you hit a solo home run, who gives a crap?
Yeah,
Right.
especially with the guys you have up.
100%.
You don't want to see Vlad and Kirk this inning.
No, you can't allow yourself to see those 2 guys this inning. If you do, you're in danger of losing this lead.
Poetic justice if this game ends on a Joey Loperfido at bat.
Here we go. 2 down. 2 down for Mr. Munoz. And then they would have Logan Gilbert available in 7 out of the pen if they really had to have him for a batter or
Yes.
2. Wow.
No,
Yes.
he'd be scheduled to go Game 6. He started Game 2.
I get that, Toronto fans they need a Game 7 now more than likely. I get that Seattle fans don't want to see this go more than 1. I want to see 7 games out of this now. I mean,
I
this
want to
is
see
fun.
Game 7
This is fun.
simply because the Mariners are going to have almost everybody hot. They're just going to roll out all-star to all-star to all-star to all-star. Like, they have 3 all-star level starters on top of their bullpen, which is already electric. Like,
You know who
they're gonna just
hasn't?
be
You know who
rolling
hasn't
guys.
pitched once? You know who hasn't pitched once this series for the Blue Jays? Who probably would get Game 7 if he's as healthy as I think he is, being on the roster?
Bassett?
Chris Bassett probably gets Game 7.
They were showing him yesterday in the
Is it
pen
not
as
Beebs?
well.
Is it
He's
not
in-
Beebs?
It could be Bieber, but I mean, Bassett hasn't
Oh,
thrown.
Joshua with the scoop.
Bassett hasn't thrown. Bassett hasn't thrown at all. And I just think throwing something different at that lineup would be a worthwhile venture.
We're talking about the closest thing to Seth Lugo that's currently in this series, right? This is a dude who throws 10 pitches, it feels like. Everything goes different directions, different depths. He is a true pitcher. Wow.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. We'll see you next game.
Yeah, that was that game felt like it was the Blue Jays game for a very long time.
Also, the Mariners just made the Suarez trade 100% worth it that game alone.
All it took.
It's my
That's all
tweet.
it
That was
traded for.
the tweet I was working on.
That's what you traded for. You traded for
said-
2 home runs in a must-win game.
I said Mariners fans will never remember Tyler Lockley or Juan Burgos or Hunter Cranton if that Eugenio Suarez. Oh, I messed up the tweet. I didn't say. I was too busy doing 2 different things. But basically, that was.
It was a good tweet.
I don't care. It's out there. Doesn't matter.
All right. Well, that's about all I have, guys. I'm pretty beat up from this week.
Wow. Look at this guy quitting on us at the 2-hour mark.
We talked about an hour and a half to 2 hours to begin with. I think I got
I
to
know,
the
I'm
marks
just
we
kidding.
discussed.
Listen,
I didn't
everybody
eat
out
something
there
like
on
that.
stream, appreciate you guys joining tonight. Go listen to the podcast on Spotify. It's on Apple.
Please,
It's
please,
on
please.
YouTube. Enjoy the Dodgers Brewers game tonight. If it turns into a game, I'd like to see it become more of a game. But enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your weekend. You'll hear from us again next Tuesday. New episode will be coming out on all those platforms. Feel free to give it a listen. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Enjoy your Friday and